When you're applying for a design job, it's not just enough to know how to use the software, you have to prepare yourself in advance, especially for a design interview, to leave the best first impression. So in today's video, we're going to explore 5 different tips. How can you get prepared for a design job interview for it to go as smooth as possible? So let's get started. Hey designer, Alex here, welcome to the channel, and before we get started with today's video, make sure to check out my membership. Link is going to be down in the description below. Membership includes all of my courses, digital design products, private access to the Facebook group, practice files for my YouTube videos, and much more. So if you're interested in content like that, make sure to check it out. Once again, link is going to be down in the description below. So the tip number 1 is show relevant work. When you're applying for a job position, make sure to show relevant work in your portfolio. What I mean by relevant work, for example, if you're applying for a mobile app position, so let's say iOS design position or Android position, make sure to show that kind of work in your portfolio, because it doesn't really make sense for you to show website designs if you're applying for a job which strictly designs mobile apps. This in turn is going to bring you more value as a candidate to that job provider, because you're going to show relevant work to them that you have experience in the past about what they are looking for specifically. So once again, show relevant work. Don't show your graphic design work, don't show your infographics, 3D work, nobody cares about that. Make sure to show specific work about the position you are applying for. If the position is UI UX design, so let's say websites and mobile apps, make sure to show that and don't show graphic design work. So same story goes for any kind of position. Make sure to show relevant work. That's what they appreciate the most. Tip number 2 is have a CV prepared. So what I mean by that is it's not just enough to have a portfolio. Of course, portfolio is the most important thing when you're applying for a design job, because you're applying for a visual position. You have to show visual work because you're going to do visual work. So the best way to do that is through your portfolio. But CV is also really important because those employers want to see your previous employment. They want to see companies you've worked previously. If you didn't work anywhere, that doesn't matter. Just put that in your CV. Make sure to tell them that this is just your first position. Make sure to show that you are a junior designer. But also CV is really important because they can see from the CV which are your hobbies, which are your interests, which are your soft skills, which are extremely important for designers. If you speak any other languages, maybe they can put you in some different position that they didn't have candidates before. So just think about it. Make sure to prepare your CV as good as your portfolio and send them that CV in some sort of a PDF file format. They're really going to appreciate that alongside your portfolio. Tip number 3 is understand their problems. What I mean by that is when the job interview actually starts, when you start asking questions about this particular position, make sure to ask questions about what they do, about the problems they are solving, about the type of clients they are dealing with, so that you can understand which kind of problems you are going to be facing and solving if you end up working in this particular company. So make sure to ask questions like, for example, in which niche your clients are in, what are their most common problems, how are they finding their clients. So for example, are they using social media mostly, are they working as a brick and mortar businesses? So make sure to ask all of those questions. Make sure to understand which problems this employer that you are applying for is trying to solve for their particular clients and businesses. On the other hand, if they have their own product, for example, make sure to familiarize yourself with that particular product. Make sure to ask what the product does, who is the target audience for that product, which problems does that product solve, which are the problems that they have placing that product on the market. So make sure to ask all of those questions, because they're really going to like your initiative, because you truly show that you care about this company, about what they do, about the position you are applying for, and immediately it's going to place you above all of these other candidates which are just caring about the salary and about is there a 9-to-5 position or can they work part-time or full-time. So once again, take initiative, show that you care. They're truly going to appreciate it. Tip number 4 is give your opinion. What I mean by this is before you go to the design interview in person, or if it's scheduled via something like a Zoom meetings or Google Meet or whatever, make sure to explore who they are. So if they have their product, for example, make sure to explore that product and just think about it, what you would do differently about that particular product, and just give your opinion in this conversation. Let's say, for example, you're talking with them about your responsibilities, about your previous experience, and then just slip inside of that conversation what you would do differently about their website, about their product, about their approach. They're really going to stop and think about, oh, okay, so this person truly cares about this position. They truly care about us when they took their time to research us and to think about the solutions which are going to help us as a business. So once again, even though you are applying for them, it's not about you, it's about them, what you can do for them. They're hiring you for that particular reason because they need you, what you can do for them. So make sure to voice your opinion, make sure to tell them what you think, and make sure to take that initiative, because once again, same like the previous step, they're truly going to appreciate that you took the time to explore them and that you took the time to think about the solution for the problems they're facing. Even though if it's just a website redesign, make sure to voice it out and what you would do differently, but make sure to walk this fine line carefully, because you don't want to be too insulting towards them, but you want to be helpful. So make sure to pay attention to that. Tip number 5 is send a backup email. After the conversation is done, after you go home or you finished the online meeting via Zoom, Google Meet, whatever, make sure to send them a thank you email, which is this backup email. And in this email, make sure to thank them for the time they took to interview you. Make sure to tell them that you had a great experience on this call, and make sure to tell them that you would really look forward to hearing back from them again. Inside of this email, attach your CV, attach your portfolio, and don't be too pushy. This is just a kind of thank you email, just to say thank you for the time they took to interview you. This is going to work in two ways. It's going to show that you truly care, because once again, you took that initiative alongside all of these tips which I just mentioned, and send additional email to them. You don't really have to do this, but you took the time to do this from your own time, so nobody forced you to do this. You really want to do this. This is showing the initiative, showing that you care, and they're going to truly appreciate it. And number 2, it's going to remind them about who you are, because you attached your CV and your portfolio. So even though if they don't open this email today, maybe they will open it tomorrow or the day after that, they're still going to see your CV and portfolio and remember who they interviewed during that particular call, and they're going to reach out to you if they want you for that particular position, because you truly took initiative to do so. So there you go, those are my 5 tips. If you have any, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're searching for a job, I truly hope that you are going to get it. If you don't give up, make sure to try and try again until you do get it. So once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I upload new videos every single week about Adobe XD, design, passive income techniques, and a lot more. So if you're interested in content like that, make sure to subscribe, and until next time, take care.